you see the whole Patriarchy Hannah scandal on X?
No.
So there's this woman, and she went by Patriarchy Hannah on X, and she was a non-account, anon. And she was like super trad, had this husband Tony. It was crazy. So like I was going through her account and I was like, how do people believe that this is real, first of all? Because she would always post about how her husband was this contractor and they had bought an abandoned town somewhere in the middle of the country and they had named it Tony Town because her husband's name is Tony. So they would joke about Tony Town, and Tony had this like tiny little Twitter account. But this woman, Patriarchy Hannah, was allegedly 37 years old with 14 kids that she had adopted. Homeschooled all of them, being a good, submitting.
Is this real?
Just wait. She also said that she had been sex trafficked as a child, had like survived lupus, I think, all of this stuff. So that's why they had adopted these 14 kids. So she would post about this all the time. She would be in Twitter spaces at like 3 a.m. And there were a few people who called out like, this is kind of odd.
Yeah.
Like you have 14 kids and you have time to be on a Twitter space at like 3 a.m.
It sounds like Elon.
Go on. So all of this is happening. Meanwhile, she's shaming other women for not being as trad as her. This woman would literally be in people's replies and quote tweeting them, literally attacking women and shaming them and saying like, you're not Christian enough, you're not biblical enough, your husband must be disgusted of you, all of this stuff. And it created this whole like veil of shame. But she had also created this entire community. She had a Discord. Women would DM her and they would like become friends, and because she had said that she had been sex trafficked, all of this stuff, they would like,
so dystopian.
they would open up to her, all of this stuff. She never shared a real photo of herself, and she would give people her phone number, but she would never get on FaceTime. And some people would be like, guys, again, like I was saying, like, this is kind of weird. And everybody else in the trad community would be like, oh, you're jealous of her because she has it all together. Anyway, finally came crashing down this guy named Ryan Duff, or Duffy, I believe, on X. Did a whole expose on Valentine's Day, exposing her. She has no kids. She's not married to Tony.
All fraudulent.
She lives with her parents. The photos that she posted of their home was various different pictures from different Zillow listings. The one photo that she did show somebody was from another woman's Facebook page, and apparently has done different forms of like, and so the entire like trad community on right-wing Twitter broke apart. Like all hell broke loose.
And it speaks to so much more of, like you were saying, the hypocrisy. A lot of people on the right who, say one thing online but do another thing on the side.
It's everywhere.